Hey everybody, this is Ronry as always. Uh, my emotions are a roller coaster this evening. Uh, I confirmed I'm not getting my Livolvi tonight by any means possible. However, weather permitting and God willing, I will get my Livolvi in the morning. And that's more definite than it was before. And it took literally an hour for my skill building worker to finesse the system to fill my script when the pharmacy it had been sent to was out of stock and the warehouse didn't make it to them today. Uh, the, the Walmart pharmacy was supposed to fill this script on the 13th. It is now the 17th. Um, I'm in withdrawal, physically, mentally, and physically tomorrow. So after my 1 p.m. telehealth appointment is finished, I will most likely take a dose of the Lybalvi and call it a night and wake up late the next morning and be fully rested and really dehydrated um, and ready to start the day. Maybe a little groggy, but nothing that I haven't handled before. I would rather spend a day sleeping than be unable to sleep when I intend to sleep. Um, Lybalvi is a mood stabilizer and an atypical antipsychotic. So it treats both my schizophrenia and my bipolar. I'm on Wellbutrin and Lexapro, so I'm really not depressed. However, the risk is mania, and when I get manic fully instead of hypomanic, when I'm fully manic, it's usually a mixed episode where I have dark, depressing thoughts with all the energy of mania and speeding, racing thoughts and impulse control and just all the typical bipolar indicators. But none of the fun, none of the enjoyment. It's miserable. Um, Unfortunately, I'm probably in a mixed episode today because I'm I'm tired, but there's no way I could sleep right now. However, I made a monumental decision today. I had already reached the decision, but I actually did the action that goes with the decision. I called Eddie Garcia of Fort Worth Police, the chief of police, um, and I let him know I would like a female investigator. Uh, and I told him some details that I thought would hook him in, and he's probably going to take a while to review the extensive police interaction history that I had. Um, and I'm I'm finally pissed at the detective who badmouthed me over the phone. Um, I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt that he was being willfully ignorant and willfully incompetent, and that is not a representative of him in general. It's just he had a bad day. I gave him a flashback. I'm sure of it. Otherwise, why would he be so mad at me? And flashbacks are terrible. And in men, it usually manifests as an emotional flashback. So he felt all, just like I did today, he felt all the emotions he was supposed to feel in 2020. And he felt it because he saw my name. And as a result, he avoided talking to me. And when I kept bugging and finally, sought him out specifically, instead of him coming to me, he knew that I would not stop calling him until he gave me a reply. So he gave me a nasty reply to get rid of me. And that's the same strategy I use. Are you kidding me? I like this guy. I feel bad for him that I have to tell his chief that he was rude to me and unprofessional and fumbled when he could have been the one to take this case and take down 4 or 5 dealers, including 3 who commit sexual assault and a serial killer and his accomplice. But instead he fumbled because he let his emotions win. And I pity the fool. I called the chief of police. I let him know I'm turning in those people, and hopefully he calls me back tomorrow. I left a message on his voicemail. I'm sure he's a really busy guy, so I'm gonna give him. Today is Tuesday the 17th. I forget when I think the 21st is my Q&A. So I'll give him until at least Monday to call me back, and then I'll reach out and leave another message. Unfortunately, because I left him a message and thought about the case in more detail, I did have a flashback pretty intensely earlier. Hit me like a wall of bricks, but I got through it. I did my coping skills, and I hope that the video of me coping on camera helps somebody else. I'm hungry, but I guess I could try eating, but it would be safer to just drink Ensure, unfortunately. So, I'm really looking forward to next week when I feel better physically and mentally. And I have another therapist appointment Monday. I want more coffee, but it's already 7:30. Um, I'm scared if I drink more coffee now, I won't get any sleep tonight, and I'll miss out on an opportunity to sleep. Okay, what if I make decaf? I could make decaf. I'm gonna make decaf. Yeah. The other part of what I did today on the case is um I Googled around and found out a few definitions in Texas. My case qualifies as aggravated charges, so there's no statute of limitations on at least one of them, and no, both of them. And I will likely be able to tack on hate crime charges to any successful charges. Um, I'm going to be nice to him. If this works, I'm going to ask my lawyer to offer him a plea deal where he admits to being guilty, and in exchange, instead of multiple life sentences, he can get 12 years. Because in 12 years, after the trial, which will take a year or two to get to, so in 14 years, our child will be 18. And honestly, if she wants to fuck up the way I did by being close to my biological father, even though he was a deadbeat, she can make her own decisions, but I'll let her know the entire way, never be alone with him. You can talk to him on the phone, you can visit him in public, but never be alone with him. And be very, very cautious. Shit, now that I know what I know about methamphetamine, I would just say this man is always guilty until proven innocent. I'll put it that way. However, if she wants to safely, how old he's 56 this year. In 14 years, he, ooh, hold on, let me do math. He'll be 70 when our daughter is 18. That is upsetting. For those of you who don't know, I am currently 28. He is currently 55. In August, he will be 56. I was telling my skill building worker over telehealth today. I was telling her I miss my mom really hard today. But unfortunately, even if my mother was still alive, I would still miss her. I told her about feeling guilty about my mom's death. Um, I blame myself for her not being in the best mental state that day to drive, and I really wish that every time someone died, I wouldn't immediately feel guilty because it's not about me. I didn't cause it. I have no right to feel guilty. And yet I can't stop it. And I really need to buy that book. Okay, Walmart just texted me my grocery order, just started shopping. I'm going to wash my face in some cold water and I'm probably gonna do laundry because right now that's more important than doing the dishes. Alright, I love you. I'll see you in the next one. Love you. Bye.